Alright, so today we're going to be covering Analyzing Mass Media and Popular Culture by Joshua Galous. So, just a main, um, just a quick uh, summary over Thrasher Magazine. Thrasher Magazine is like full of interviews, and its main target is like skateboarding. And it's not a usual magazine you would find in like a Stater Bros or Walmart. And it just consists of mostly a lot of photography and these different interviews from different types of professional skateboarders. The main target of this magazine is towards individuals who skate, obviously, or those interested in skateboarding, or those interested in the style of skateboarding. And for the age group, I believe it doesn't really matter, and it's just like towards anybody who would want to skate. But realistically, it would primarily be towards young adults. And the attraction of this magazine, Thrasher tends to target these audiences by using more or less of text, more images to keep the audience more interested. And I already mentioned this that they provide um, many interviews, and these interviews tend to go over the lifestyles of these professional skateboarders that we'll get into later. Thrasher, yes, Thrasher tends to also build this sort of fan base, and um, Thrasher has like this way of attracting more individuals by having this title Skater of the Year. Every year, a skater will be nominated on this title, and this would have many to come at the end of the year to check on who won the title. And for example, I believe this was 2023. It was Tyshawn Jones, and many went crazy over this, and it just creates this controversy at the end of the year and builds more hype for the next Thrasher mag. How Thrasher advertises. Thrasher advertises by having different professional skaters wear these apparel or different footwear, and it would just bring in more skaters to buy from this product. Like, for example, we have Eliza Steamer. This person is wearing this shoe, this slip on from Vans, and it just, in a way, viewers would just buy more of this product if they were to see their favorite skater, wear this this footwear. And yeah, this is just a picture from another magazine. Thrasher brings out these magazines to pull people into the culture of skateboarding, to bring in on like what it's all about. And they would do this by these different interviews of professional skateboarders, and of course, they would want to hear from their favorite skater, their lifestyle, and how they got to this point. And many would view skateboarding as this rebellious and hobby sport, but Thrasher magazine, um, at the end of all the magazines, it would bring you into this thought that it's really just about creativity, support, and love, and just having fun with your friends in general. And now we're getting into the sociology of this magazine. So, number one and two that I found and wanted to go over is material culture and non-material culture. Now, material culture is the physical aspect, and non-material is like your ideas, beliefs, and your attitudes of the society. Now, material culture in skateboarding is like the style, the aesthetic, the boards, the skateboard, the shoes, and just the whole look in general. And non-material is going back to the interviews. The interviews really cover non-material because it goes into the professional skateboarders like look and beliefs of this hobby and sport, and it would just get you hooked on like wanting to hear more about their lifestyles and what brought them to this point. At number three, you have social influence. Now, social influence also plays a big part in this magazine that I found. Um, First off, it involves intentional and unintentional efforts to change another person's beliefs, attitudes, or behavior. Now, Dasher magazine, in a way, from all these interviews, would bring in social influence by having these professional skateboarders again, like I said, talk about their lifestyles and how they got to this point. And I believe that this, at the end of the day, would bring the audience reading this, to want to pick up, on the hobby or the sport, because of all these great stories that they would hear of how skateboarding like changed their life. Some may have struggled, that I read from this interview. Some struggled, and skateboarding just brought them up, and now it's their job. And I believe that there's probably other people as well out there, and they're reading this, and they get influenced by what they've done, these professional skateboarders. Now, number 4, we have social learning, and it's the process of learning behaviors and meaning through social interaction. Now, Thrasher Mag inputs social learning by the variety of interviews, like I said, from these different skaters, and it would model the typical lifestyle what you would think as a skateboarder. And from this, the audience would imitate this lifestyle and try to input this into the way of their living. And it's similar to the third one. Like I said, the audience or the readers, they're gonna at some point be remembering this part of the magazine and try to input it. Maybe even change up their style, how they dress, or maybe even the tricks in skateboarding. The little things would change into their lifestyle, and they would try to imitate it. And lastly, we have stereotyping. Now, skateboarding is typically viewed as a guy sport, a male sport, that women shouldn't skate because, it's typically made for men. But what I found from Dasher Mag is they don't go on that concept that men are made for it. And I only took 2 pictures with the magazine, but throughout the whole magazine, there's a variety of men and women. And um, the Thrasher Mag doesn't follow the stereotypical viewing. And yeah, they just bring in a whole variety and show that women can skate as well, and that it's not made just for us men. And just a summary of what we went through today of Thrasher Magazine. Thrasher magazines are made to reel individuals in with this influence from professional skateboarders and gain a sort of idea of what the hobby or sport is all about. Now, the magazine consists much of material/non-material culture, bringing a sort of social influence